welcome back to the 10 a.m. shift. I'm your host, Willis Love, and we got a good one today. You guys caught me in the middle of watching the Lakers versus the Dallas Mavericks, and it looks like Cooper Flag is about to have another 50 ball, but that's a whole nother thing. But let's talk about the first topic on the agenda, right? The Lakers caught the injury bug right before the playoffs. How unlucky is that for LeBron, right? Because now everything's going to fall on his shoulders once again, and he has to carry a team again. Right. And then what happens is, like, if LeBron wins, you know, they're going to say he had an easy matchup in the first round. And if LeBron loses, they're going to say he can't carry a team and do all this stuff. Right. This is the same thing that's been going on for like 25 years. So, right. But the Lakers' future stars, Austin Reaves and Luka Dončić, is already a star, but they both got injured. So what does that mean for the Lakers? What does that mean for LeBron, right? What does that mean for LeBron's legacy if they lose in the first round and Austin Reaves and Luka Dončić is not available? And in my opinion, it doesn't mean anything. LeBron doesn't owe the game anything. At this point, we are expecting him to carry a team at 41, and that says enough. That is a flex by itself. Luka Dončić, you know, you are the guy of the team now. So the Lakers are expecting you to be available, but we can't help if he gets injured, right? It's not his fault that he gets injured. Also, Austin Reaves gets injured, which is unfortunate because he's the second leading scorer of the team. So they kind of need these guys to make that playoff push, that playoff run. So in my opinion, right, if LeBron can carry this team to the second round and Luka and Austin can come back, the Lakers can actually make a push, right? But they have to come back ready to play. So we don't know if they're going to come back rusty or they need another ramp up. We don't know what that's going to be for them. So that's kind of interesting to see. But, you know, I'm excited to see LeBron get a chance to actually kind of be Superman again. LeBron's trying to figure out how can he help this team, and Luka and Austin is ascending. What's going to happen, right? That's the main question. So in my opinion, right, I think it doesn't affect LeBron's legacy at all. I think the expectation is for him to just play well, right? Don't go out there and try to win a championship on your own. At this point in your career, it's a little bit out of reach at this point, right? For him to do it on his own. So if I'm LeBron, I'm going out there and I'm just going to play well and try to get the team as far as I can and hold it down until the other stars come back so we could really make a push. Do you guys think the Lakers are going to be able to make the second round without Luka and Austin? Comment down below and let me know if LeBron can still hold down the ship. I mean, that's legendary in itself that we are expecting him to do this at 41. Like, that's crazy in itself. So let me know in the comments. And in Charlotte Hornet news, LaMelo Ball has been playing out of his mind. They are really trying to make a run for the playoffs, right? So they are in the play-in picture as of today, right now on Easter Sunday. They are in the playoff picture. They have a Rookie of the Year candidate who was also a teammate of Cooper Flags, which is very interesting that both of these guys are having a great season. Shout out to Duke for having great coaching staff over there. But are you guys excited to see the Hornets in the playoffs, right? What does that look like? Playoff LaMelo could be special. This could do a lot for his career, right? This could ascend him to another level that we've been waiting to see. I think that Charlotte, you know, they've had a lot of moving pieces over the last few years. They really didn't have a good, stable team. They didn't have good veteran leadership over the last few years as well. And right now, they remind me of like a early OKC, early Detroit, when they were trying to figure out the pieces. They got the talent, but now it's like putting the right pieces together. To me, they're at that stage. So we might see them in the playoffs this year. They might actually do something in the play-in and make a push to get one of those spots, which would be crazy, right? Right, that'd be crazy. So just to see LaMelo in the playoffs would be cool. I've always been a LaMelo Ball fan. I think he's a great player as far as like representing what this new generation is, right? He's like a new generation, like what they represent, that Gen Z aura, right? He's like one of their GOATs, you know? So I'm excited to see him play in the actual playoffs when it actually means something, like meaningful basketball that can change a lot of people's mindset when they're playing, right? Because in the normal season, right, if you feel like your team's not going to do well, you're not going to make the playoffs, most guys coast. But when there's something to play for, right, you're actually in the playoffs, things are on the line, you might see guys turn up to another level. So comment down below if you guys are excited to see the Hornets in the playoffs, and let me know if you guys think LaMelo Ball is going to ascend to another level this year if they make the playoffs and if they actually win the games in the play-in. And in recent news in WWE, there's been some there's been some heat backstage. I don't know what's been going on, but a couple of sources have been saying on my Instagram timeline and on TikTok as well that TKO is not happy with creatives and what they've done with WrestleMania so far. Right. So just to cut the creatives a little bit of slack, right? They had a lot of injuries this year to their superstars that was supposed to be in these pivotal storylines. So they had to do a lot of pivoting. So I want to give creatives a good job on pivoting. So shout out to Triple H on actually creating some good quality matches for the card, because without these stars, there wasn't a lot of hope for WrestleMania this year. So I'm hearing the attendance is going to be lower. The expectation is lower than it's ever been since 2003. That's what I've been hearing. No credited sources, just been seeing it on my timeline. Do you guys think that TKO inserted Pat McAfee into the Randy Orton storyline to add another celebrity into the mix for WrestleMania, right? Because we already got Show Speed and Jelly Roll. Now we're getting Pat McAfee back, who is an avid WWE asset, right? He's always been a part of WWE for the last few years, but it's just weird that they inserted him as a heel now inside of Randy Orton's storyline to say those were the voices that he was hearing. Pat McAfee is the voice of the people, right? He's like the people's champ. But for him to just come back and just be heel off of this storyline is weird. So, not to mention, people didn't even want Cody Rhodes in the match in the first place. They actually wanted Drew in the match. So I think it's an interesting angle that they took. Do you guys agree that Pat McAfee should be a part of that storyline? And comment down below, who do you guys think is going to win that match? Randy Orton or Cody Rhodes? And will Cody turn heel? And in other WrestleMania news, here is my dark horse match for WrestleMania. Something that people have been sleeping on, and I think people really need to pay attention to this match. And the match that I'm choosing is going to be Dominik Mysterio versus Finn Balor. Demon Finn Balor, right? Finn Balor has been feeling like WWE has not been giving him his just due. He came in from, NXT. He came in from the Indies and he won the title from Roman Reigns, right? So he started out great. The Demon Finn Balor character is a great character. So, just to have him playing second, third fiddle in Judgment Day, I just think it didn't do anything for him as far as his development. So to put him back in the spotlight and to actually showcase that he could put on a good match, especially against Dominik Mysterio, who is like the most hated but beloved heel of this last generation, I think it's going to be a great match because there's so much things. There's history, there's Judgment Day, there's you turned on me, you was my brother, now you're my enemy. So it's going to be a good match. It's one of my dark horse matches for sure for the card. Comment down below, which match will you think will be the dark horse for WrestleMania? Mine's is Dom and Finn. What is yours? And thank you guys for tuning in to the 10 a.m. shift. I'm your host, Willis Love. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and see you guys on the next one. Peace.